Welcome to the Hustle Wing podcast. Today we are joined by Soumya Mohan, the co-founder and CEO of Poised. We're going to chat to him today to get to know a little bit about him and his company and have a good time. So thank you so much for joining us today, Soumya. How are you doing?
Great. Thanks for having me, Izzy.
Great. Thank you for your time. So tell me, what is Poised?
Yeah, so Poised it's an AI-based product that helps professionals communicate better in their online meetings or online recordings, like the one we are having right now. So
Yeah.
what it does is that it's a desktop app that you install on your computer, and then whenever you have meetings, it privately records and analyzes those meetings to provide you feedback to communicate more clearly, more confidently, more inclusively, and in a more engaging way. So for example, during the meeting, it might tell me that I'm speaking too fast, or I'm interrupting others a lot, or how much am I talking in this meeting, so I could consider talking less or more. And then after the meeting, it gives me more exhaustive feedback based on the goal of my meeting. So if it automatically, using Gen AI, it sort of understands like what I was trying to accomplish in that meeting. So maybe I was trying to sort of convince somebody to use my product, and then sell them on my product in that meeting. So it may give me feedback like, or you could have told a story of how another customer is using it
Mm-hmm.
successfully, a similar customer is using it, which you didn't do in that particular conversation, and you could have done that to make it more convincing. So it gives me very actionable, personalized feedback relevant to the situation after the meeting. And then it helps me track progress over time as to like, am I improving on these things? I can track trends over time as I continue using the platform over time. So it's been used by professionals across different roles, from managers to executives to
Yeah.
job interviewees to people in customer facing roles like sales
Yeah.
and support, are finding it useful to improve on their communication skills, and be more effective in their meetings.
And podcasting. I could definitely use that.
Totally check it out, poise.com. Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so does it happen in real time?
Yeah, so it happens in real time. So it's listening to our conversation in real time and prompting you in real time, or you could track certain things in real time as to how you're doing in the meeting, and then prompts you with certain actions, as I was saying, during the
Yeah.
conversation itself. And
Hmm.
and people love that part of it, because
Yeah.
that's when they can actually take action, and we've built it in a way that it's not distracting. It actually, the prompts show up when you are not speaking as the user, so you're not distracted as such, but it allows you to take action during the meeting itself, for remaining of that meeting.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, cool. I like that you've thought that through because I know if a pop-up came up right now, I'd be like, uh-huh. And then so it's nice that you wait till the conversation, well, till the speaking of the person is done so they can
Yeah.
lead and yeah, that's a cool, you thought that one through. I like that. Okay, so what is your story? Why did you start Poised?
Yeah, so I started off as an engineer. I grew up actually in India as a non-native English speaker, and then I've been in Silicon Valley, the Bay Area, for the last 10 years or so. I've grown up here as a in my career as a product manager to product leader, working at companies like Microsoft, Glassdoor, Oracle, or Power. Um,
Cool.
and as I grow in my career, I've realized that like communication, spoken communication as well as written, is super important to be effective, have a more impact at work, and also just for your career growth. But there's
Yeah.
not really easy ways to action on it. You rarely get feedback from others on it. It's hard for others also to give feedback, and I mean, once in a while you get some kind of feedback. Like I forced my manager when I was leaving one of my jobs to really tell me like, okay, what could I have done, one thing that I could have done better in this job to be more
Yeah.
successful. And that's when they told me that, okay, like maybe in these kinds of important meetings with executives, you could have sounded more confident and spoken up more. But I
Yeah.
mean, that was probably too late for me to know that. um,
Yeah.
and I think so those things as I said, it's important, but it's not easy to action
Mm,
on and improve. And I mean, you can go to a coach or something, but that's also pretty expensive to do on a continuous basis. Um,
mm,
and so, with COVID happening and a lot of this conversation, people working remotely and doing this over meetings, we found this opportunity to provide a service that does this automatically for your online meetings, where it's able to listen to them privately and then provide
mm.
feedback for you to take that action in your workflow versus you having to go somewhere else. And then so a lot more people can take advantage of having something like this and working on their communication and being more effective in meetings. And especially with COVID, I think me and a lot of people felt that like it became kind of harder to, it was a new skill almost to learn as to like how to be effective in online meetings. And then that
Yeah,
uh, and then that this kind of helps you be better at that and then get more feedback, whereas sometimes speaking to a laptop you computer, you feel like you're just speaking into a black box and not getting enough of feedback as to how things are going. So it helps you with that. Yeah, so that's where we started this company, me and my few co-founders a few years ago, 2.5 years ago. And we built the product for the first 1 year, and then we launched it, and then it's been great to see kind of continuous user growth since then. And as I said, professionals, around 40,000 or so professionals have used the service till now and across different roles. um, so that's our story. And we started working more and more with companies now, where the company's managers or HR teams are deploying it across their company to help their employee base, motivated employees, kind of improve in this more scalable way.
yeah. Amazing. That's so cool. So sorry, you cut for a little bit there. When did you launch Poised?
Yeah, so we started Poise around 2.5 years ago, the company itself, and then
Okay.
we launched the service around 1.5 year ago in the market.
Okay, okay. So you're still in the early stages, but 40,000 is a crazy number for the first year and a half. So you guys are doing really well.
Yeah, it's great to see sort of like continuous growth. Like, I mean, as I said, like there is definitely demand for something like this in the market,
Yeah,
given so many people are on these meetings all the time, and they feel that they can be much better in them. Yeah.
yeah. Cool. So what are some of the challenges that you guys are facing at Poised at the moment?
Yeah, so definitely, I think the number one priority and the challenge is around growing our user base and doing that in a cost-effective way.
Yeah,
Uh, it is definitely not easy to do, and especially monetizing that user base. It is now we've made the service to it is a free trial, but it is a paid service where you pay around $15 a month to get access. Um, so I think growing that user base in a cost-effective way is a big challenge. Like, how do we do that?
yeah,
So we have different initiatives towards that, and then also, given it's a professional tool for work, like companies obviously are motivated to provide something like this to their employees many times. And so, how
yeah,
do we reach more and more companies and show them a new way to new, more scalable, engaging way to do this for the employees? Um,
yeah,
the current sort of economy is also not in a great situation, so companies obviously are also cutting down on a lot of things. So how do we work against that? One of the As we are evolving the product, like we are also sort of developing more focused solutions for different teams. So we recently developed a solution for sales and customer success teams, where they can use this more specifically to, for example, the team may have a specific process or playbook they want to follow during the calls. So the product will help them follow those best practices during the calls by real-time feedback and again feedback after the call, so that the leadership can be can more easily enforce or reinforce sort of good best practices during those calls. Similarly, like we are hoping to develop more things for, like, for example, manager and employee relationship, as how they can do better one-on-ones or kind of provide feedback to their reports. So yeah, those things would be even more powerful for companies to and leaders to deploy within their teams as we are developing those out. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Like I'm just thinking about all the possibilities that this could, the way that, Poise could be used. Like I'm thinking in a call center, you could definitely use Poise to make sure that they use the correct terminology, maybe the right words that go along with the brand and stuff. You
Yeah.
know, I could use it in entertainment, like podcasting and maybe, hosting events like that would be cool. Sales would need it because you need to know how to handle negotiations and things like that. Like it could take over everything.
Yeah, totally. A lot of different possibilities, but obviously, as a small company, we also need to be focused and make sure we're sort of like, yeah, attacking the best market in some ways that for us. Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. Cool. So then what sort of assistance would you need from our community of hustlers?
Yeah, so as I was saying, one of the big challenges are around marketing and sales.
Mm.
So I think any hustlers there with creative ideas and creative approaches to reach out to new users in a cost effective way, as well as help us reach out to companies in a cost effective way. I think there's especially, as I was saying, like challenges in the economy where companies are more reticent today, and also like a lot of outbound ways of reaching out to companies are very saturated, and I think there's more
Yeah.
creative approaches needed. So yeah, folks interested in like hustling and then helping part time with those challenges. Also, like another thing is like we are really leveraging latest AI technology like LLMs and stuff,
Mm.
and folks who can help. I think there are things like developing prompts for LLMs, like those things are also where we see a lot of opportunity. We use that heavily in our product today as well, but
Yeah.
I think there's help we can use there as well to if folks are interested in helping us iterate there and follow best practices and develop new product features using that feature.
Yeah. Okay, cool, great. So, yeah, we definitely have amazing talent in the growth and sales function. So we'd be able to connect you with marketing specialists and sales lead generation and things like that. And also our tech function is also very well equipped so they could assist you with the sort of machine learning and that side of the business. I'm wondering if you're interested in the finance function. Are you guys looking for funding at the moment or streamlining some processes to sort of save costs?
Not on the immediate level. I mean, I think we have recently been very disciplined about our costs and stuff. So
Yeah.
I think we are in a good shape there right now, and we are using some external services to help with accounting and things like that.
Yeah.
So not immediately looking for any help, external help there as such. Yeah.
Okay, great. And also with the sort of growing and the scaling, will you be looking at more sort of operations functions, maybe people that like onboard companies and assist with the customer journey?
Yeah, potentially there as to like onboarding companies and assisting them, that making sure they're successful on the platform, things like that. Yeah.
Okay, great, great. Well, thank you so much for your time, Soumya. It's been amazing chatting to you and getting to know Poised. I love the idea. So I'm definitely gonna be checking it out and seeing how I can utilize it. But yeah, it's an interesting product, and I think I wish you all the best in the scaling and growing.
Perfect. Yeah. Thanks a lot for having me and sharing our story